hello all you night readers. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you are all well. I am doing well. Yeah, things are going all right. So, good to see you guys. Yeah, good to see everybody here. Let's see what's our theme. Our theme for the next 24 hours is... Let me get you guys in here, huh? Before we do our big theme. There we go. Our theme is Never Ending Story. Sometimes that's what it feels like, right? Life feels like that sometimes. Just a never-ending story. Hey, Breakthrough Girl, welcome. Welcome to our little family here. Please hit like and subscribe. I would appreciate that a lot. That would be great. All right. We got people from Facebook. We got people from YouTube here already, which is great. So let me get going. Yvonne, how are you? It's good to have you here. Oh, look. Okay. Yvonne and Lorraine and Lisa, Christina, Kylie, Cortez, how are you? Good to see you, Alan. Hey, Alan, boy, could I have not been more wrong about your reading yesterday, huh? Boy, oh boy. Tony Roxy, great to see you. Selena, hi. Hey, Vic. Breakthrough Girl and Kim Ashton. Hey, Kim Ashton. Mary, how are you? Sailor Moon. It's good to see you all here so far. All right. So, future read. Let's see what's going on for your future. Well, at least I know I won't be wrong today by doing a future read. Alright, so you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. And I've got everything out. I'm so crooked here. My goodness, look at that. There we go. King and Queen of Pentacles. That's a nice group. Kind of like bookends, right? They're like on each end. They are dependable. So what they're showing me, let's put it this way, because this is your future reading. What they're showing me is that, you have very realistic ideas. You have realistic plans. You are a planner, and things you have planned for the future are realistic. They're not outlandish. They're not crazy. They're things that are attainable. They're things that you will be able to do. It also shows me, the king shows me that you are someone who always provides for their family and always will provide for their family, of course. And like I said, then the queen shows me how organized you are and how secure you make everything feel. So I see that all going on with something heading towards your future. The Two of Pentacles shows me that you are doing a lot of things at this point, and you're going to need to put some of it away. Put some of it, as things go on and as more and more stuff keeps adding on to you and adding on to your, being put on your plate, basically, you need to figure out what's important today and what's important not now. It's not important for a while. You could put it away somewhere and not worry about it too much. The Knight of Wands shows me that you're very excited. You're very ready to move. You're ready to move on. You're ready to move forward. You want to move forward. You're looking for that new adventure. I see with the Knight of Wands also comes moving and leaving. Those are two words that come along with it. So, we were talking about, I know you have been talking about, maybe moving your house. And this is exactly the card you want, because this is clearly a card that is about moving and leaving where you are, moving somewhere new and leaving where you are. So that's quite a sign, right? I think you're ready to sever the ties with the place that you're at now, with the way where you are now. I think it's makes you sad, right? I think I think where you are now is kind of making you sad and emotionally detached from people and stuff, because you just, it's just kind of making you feel rotten. It's not making you feel good inside, and I think that's where things are going. I think that's where things are going to be heading. But I think the biggest takeaway of this is the moving and leaving part of the Knight of Wands. All right, so that's what I get for you, Yvonne. Thank you so much for your question. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it always. Lorraine, how are you? Lorraine. Good to have you back. It is good to have you back. Haven't seen you in a few days. I know. It's not like you've been gone a long time, right? Not a long time, but we notice when you're not here. Let's put it that way. I notice when you are not here. All right. What do we have? Lorraine. All right, so here's what I have. I think you feel like you're stuck in a place right now that is just it's just going around and around and around, right? I think, you just feel like you're spinning and spinning and spinning and up and down and up and down. And you can't get off. You can't get off the roller coaster, right? And I think you feel like you're stuck there. I think you feel like, this is some kind of betrayal to you. This is, you feel betrayed that you are stuck in that position. You feel like it's, just a bad feeling. It's not a good feeling. I don't see a good feeling coming in to my head. I just see bad feelings there. I do see, though, that there is success. There is victory, right? There is a lot of support for you. You can see all those people back there that are supporting you. And I think if you take some time, be a little patient, use your intuition, I think you'll understand how to make things better here with, just riding this roller coaster of the Wheel of Fortune and not being able to get off and feeling like you're stuck on it, right? Getting that stuck feeling. I think you'll know how to get past that if you take your time and use your intuition. All right, that'll give you a better understanding of things. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you. Kylie, I overheard the guy I'm dating, talking about moving back here to my hometown to be closer to me. Oh, well, that's sweet, isn't it? So my question is, will he really move back for me? So just after I say how sweet that is, now we're questioning if he's lying or not. All right, well, let's see. Let us see what we come up with. Is he lying, or is he telling the truth, or what's going on? What is going on? Let's see. Let us see what is happening here. I do not think he's lying to you. I don't think I don't think it's untrue. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't say lying, but the question is, will he really be moved back for you? I think the answer is yes. I really do think the answer is yes, because I see where you said he's moving back to your hometown, and that's kind of the key to this, right? He lived there before. Maybe you guys grew up in that town, or grew up in that town together. And so I think that's a big indicator, because I can see where he's really thinking back about living there before. He's been thinking about that for quite a while. And I think once he does, I think the whole idea of moving back has taken a weight off of him. It's made him feel relieved that he'll be able to move back. It might make things a lot easier. He may be able to save more money, or he is saving money now to actually do the move. I think things will be much more secure for him. I don't think you guys are not secure in your relationship, but I think he'll feel better. I think he'll feel much more secure being close to you and being back to where he was. I think that'll make him feel more secure. I think it'll make him feel more, give him more stability. I really think that's the case, right? I think there's going to be a lot more stability. I see here where he is walking away from something. And I think that's his old place. I think that's where he is now. I really see where, that's the feeling I get from this whole thing. I don't get this right in the middle of it all. Why would there be like a breakup card where he walks away and doesn't come back? Because there all these other things are telling me that, he's thinking about how things were when he lived there before, and he feels relieved there, and he feels like he's saving money, and things are more stable, more structured, more, secure. Then I get the 8 of Cups, which is, sometimes it's like like a card where somebody's leaving someone and they walk away and they don't come back kind of deal. I don't see that. I think it's somewhere that he is leaving, right? I think this is actually the place that he's at now, that he's leaving. Because this card does clearly mean, it means leaving somewhere, or leaving something, or leaving somewhere, someone, something behind. And that's what he's doing, right? And he's not going back to that. He's not going back to that old place. He's going back to your hometown, back to where he was. And is he doing it for you? Yeah, he's doing it for you. If that's what he said, then I'm willing to believe it. I'm absolutely willing to believe it, because I definitely see that as being the answer. So, all right. Yeah, be happy. Be happy, Kylie. I think that's a good thing. I really do. All right, Christina, what do we got? Now I know I haven't deactivated Facebook because someone was trying to ruin his reputation by hacking him. That's exactly what I said. Question is, did he read the message I sent him before it happened? Okay. So did he get your final Facebook message before he deactivated the account? Well, isn't that interesting? Hang on one second. Let me just scroll up a little bit. There we go. I can see what's going on. Not really. There's not much. Not much that I didn't see before, but that's okay. So did he get the final message that you sent him on Facebook before he deactivated his Facebook account? That is a good question. Let's see. I don't know. I've been feeling kind of funny about Ivan lately. I know you've sensed it that I have, and and I don't want to be negative about him because I know how things are for you and for him. Boy, do I have a lot of majors. I got 4 majors. This really tells me, again, basically, not to sound funny or not to sound just too obvious, but you get all these major arcana cards, right? The moon, the tower, the hangman, the sun. It means that this reading is really a major deal. It's a major deal, right? It's important. So I think I see sadness, right? I get sadness, I get fear out of the moon. When the moon shows up in a reading to me, usually there's some kind of sadness that goes with it, right? You have the two opposites. You got the sun and the moon, right? The sun, I always say, is one of my favorites because it's happiness and warmth and light and joy and all the good stuff, right? On the other hand, you have the moon, which is all the opposites. So if this is happy, this is sad. If this is warm, this is cold. If this is light, this is dark. Right? If this is warm, this is cold. Oh, I said that already, didn't I? If this is joy, then this is no joy. I don't know. What's the opposite of no joy? Of joy. So I really see that's how you're feeling right now. I think you feel like things are kind of fractured with you and Ivan. I don't see where things are the way they were. I think things don't seem the same. And basically that's kind of what the whole tower is telling me, that things, there's been a sudden change, because this is a sudden change card. And when things get back to normal, they won't be back to the same normal as they used to be. Something changes. Something happens when you get the tower, right? You can rebuild. If this is your relationship and it's getting a little fractured, you can rebuild the relationship, but it'll never, ever be exactly the same as it is right now. It'll never be the same as it was. It's just the way it is. And I think that's something you're going to have to think about. I think it's something that is, it is going to change. I think you need to change your outlook on everything. I think you need to look and relook at everything that's going on in life. All right? One thing that this card can mean, and I don't use it as a meaning very often, but it can mean letting go. Letting go of something. And you can see how his hands are like really tight crossed here. I don't know if you can see it or not. But yeah, he's like very closed off. He looks very mad, doesn't he? Ooh, he does look mad. I never really looked that close. But I know his arms are closed off and stuff like that. And yeah, he's hanging upside down. But letting go is always something. And I think if you take some time for you to figure this all out, this part that we just talked about, I think it'll make you feel better. I think it'll change the moon into the sun. It'll make things good for you. It'll make you feel better. And I think I think you'll see that there is more gratitude between you and Ivan, and, especially him towards you. I think he will be more thankful for you if you take the time out to work on this. All right, Christina? So your question, I know, was, did he read the message you sent him? No, he didn't read the message. He did not get the message because things are not right. Things are still not exactly right with the two of you. Even though he's not in jail, and even though we know why he canceled Facebook, things aren't exactly right. So no, he did not read the message you sent him. Boy, was that a roundabout way of getting there, huh? I know. Sometimes I have a strange way of getting to a point. Lisa, how are you? I saw such an adorable picture that you posted on Facebook today. Is that your little brother? Is that your little brother on there? What's I gotta tell you? Oh, we got lots of aces at the end here. That's interesting, right? Oh, there's Justice. I knew Justice would be here. You also got the Eight of Cups, but different. Very different. All right, so I start this reading off telling you, yeah, I see you are, again, it just keeps going, right? It's just a constant reminder. It's just a constant theme in your readings that you are walking away from someone and not turning back to them, and you think that is the right and fair thing to do, right? Needless to say, this is the theme. This is the theme in all of your readings over the past probably a week to 10 days. Walking away, not looking back, thinking it's the right thing to do. That's the theme. That's been your theme. I think you feel like you have to think on your feet all the time. You have to be and you have to be very decisive. When you make a decision, you have to stick to it, right? It's the same way, raising children. I've raised a few, okay? So raising children, when you tell them that there's a punishment and this is what the punishment is, right? You have to stick to it, or it just doesn't mean anything. It means nothing to them. And they'll just continue doing the wrong thing because that punishment never happens. You can't make empty threats, right? And so what's going on here is you can't make empty decisions. You have to be decisive and stick to them. I have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, right? I see where you're coming up, you're getting an idea of what you want to do. You have an idea of what you want to do going forward, right? Because she's looking forward. Well, she's not really looking because her eyes are closed. She's getting this beam of idea in her head, but she is facing towards your future. So going towards your future, you are getting ideas, and you're going to get a very clear vision of what you want to do as you move forward. And I think part of that is going to be, that you just want to heal. You want new healing. You want your heart. Your heart has been broken. Not broken by your partner, but broken by someone else. I'm sure, that all has to do with this, right? We know that. It's what we've talked about. It's what we've talked about in your readings for the past, like I said, 7 to 10 days. You just want some new feelings to make your heart that is broken to heal, right? And I think you're going to get some new ideas on how to do that. And I think it's going to be very, very clear to you on what to do. All right, Lisa? That's what I see for you. Yes. Alan. Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry about yesterday's reading. Boy, could I have not been more wrong. I was completely off. So today you're back to just a general reading, please. I don't blame you. After yesterday, oh my gosh. I understand. I absolutely understand. All right. Let's see what we come up with. Oh gosh. All right, Alan. So I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing okay today. I really do. That's first and foremost. Do I laugh about yesterday's reading? Yeah, I do, because I just feel so silly that I was so wrong. So again, I get the moon, and I get that feeling that there is some kind of sadness going on. Something sad is happening. It's like some type of illusion is going on in your life right now, and you feel like, like the wool has been pulled over your eyes, and you just can't see where you're going. You can't see the path ahead of you because it's so dark. Right? It's so dark because the moon is dark. Of course, the sun would be the light, right? So the moon would be the dark. So it's so dark that you can't really see the path, because there really is a path up here that you can't see between the two towers, like the Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I think that's where what the sadness is all about. That you just can't see what's going on, or where exactly to go at this point. You're not sure. You've got things going on health-wise that I know now are the right health-wise, and you're not sure of the path to take. You're not sure of what that outcome is going to be. You don't know. So now let's start the good part of this reading. The good part is there's optimism. There is a lot of optimism. I think there is going to be some potential. There's the potential for really good news, right? Really optimistic news, really happy news. And I think that's kind of getting you from one spot. I think that's the whole, again, new potential. This is new potential, and this is new potential. The Ace of Rods, the Fool and the Ace of Rods are both new potential, which is great when you have them together, because that means that potential is even greater. And it's new. It's the potential to have optimistic news, because the Page of Rods here is bringing news. He's a messenger. Pages are messengers. A lot of times they're messengers. This little messenger just happens to be too small to get over the fence, so he's yelling his message over the fence. But that's the good part, right? You have two new potential cards. The new potential is an optimistic message. That sounds pretty good. The Seven of Pentacles just tells me that the things you've been working on over the past few months and stuff are are starting to work, right? Things that you started very early on and very slowly are now getting bigger, and they're growing, and they're getting better. Things are working. Things are going your way. They're going in the right direction. So, yeah, these are all good things. These are all great things. And again, you see all the yellow here in these last 3 cards, which again is a theme of sunshine and happiness. So, yeah, that's what I think. That's what I see for you, Alan. I definitely see that tonight's reading was way, way more to the point than yesterday's. All right, so thank you, though. Thanks for being here again. I know. All right. Tony Roxy, can you have a general love reading for August? Yeah. What's going on for August? What is going on for August? All right, let's see what we have for you. What's going on for August? Love-wise? All right. Love-wise, I have to tell you, Tony, I don't see a lot of great stuff going on for August. If this is for the whole month, I really don't see it being a wonderful love month. All right, so, I mean, the Page of Wands, that's a good card. I mean, that's a nice card. We just had the Page of Wands on the other one where it's the little kid looking over the thing. And again, that's, somebody bringing you, it could be somebody bringing you a message. It could be, it's just that you're very active, you're very adventurous, and you're willing to go, you're willing to be active and do stuff with people, and that's fine. And that's great. And that will help your general love life in August. However, you've got the Queen of Swords, and she's like the Ice Queen, right? Not ice cream, Ice Queen. She's the one who is, emotionally detached. She's the one who is distant from people. I think you've known sadness, and you want to get past it, but I'm not sure if you're actually ready or able to get past it yet. I'm not exactly sure. The Magician does tell me that there is, you feel confident that things will be better. You feel like you can, if you take the initiative, things will work out the way that you want them to. But then, I see the moon, and again, I see where that it's dark, and you are drowning in emotions. Those are sad emotions that you're drowning in. It's not happiness, right? It's not happiness. It's like being in your subconscious. It's being in your, it's like in the back of your mind that things have been wrong. And here again, you see where you're thinking back, things have not gone so well, right? Things haven't gone so well, just like the Queen of Swords says over here. You've known sadness. You've known sadness in a relationship. You've known, what it feels like to be broken up with or cheated on or something to that effect. And these cards are kind of telling me that you're having a difficult time getting past that. Even though you think you can, and you're confident that you can, and you feel like if you take the initiative, you will. It's still in the back of your mind. It's still in the back of your mind. You still have it there to think back on. So right for August, I would not say is the best time for a relationship to come along. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry, Tony. I don't like to give bad news like that, but I just don't see it being a good month for that right now. Yeah, Selena. So, as we know, yeah, your aunt is on hospice. We know. I know that. Yep. And your mom really wants to go see her, but you worry she won't get that chance. So your question is, will your mom get the chance to say goodbye? Because your mom is still healing from her surgery, because she had surgery too. So that's the rest of the story. The rest of the story is, it's not that she just isn't going. It's that your mom just got done with her own surgery and she's still trying to heal from that. So, if the answer turns out to be no, that she doesn't get a chance to go, know this, Selena, and I'm going to tell you this ahead of time, before I turn cards over or anything else. Know this. Your mother wants to. She really, really wants to. I'm just gonna put that out there right off the bat. And there it is. And there it is. I think your mother is, right? She's healing. She's getting better. She's working very hard to get better, to go see your aunt. I just see that there is things are severed right now between them because of the distance. Not because there's anything bad, just because of the distance and the circumstances. Right? Their circumstances just happen to be two bad things happening at the same time. Right? Two difficult things happening at once. Your aunt, being so sick. And then your mom having to have the surgery close to around the same time. So it makes it so difficult. I see where this is bothering your mother. I see where it's also bothering you a lot. It's extremely stressful, right? It's very stressful for you. It's very stressful on your mother. I think your mother, of course, she really wants to go. And you said that. So I'm just kind of reiterating, I guess, what you said. I have said that before, though. I know in the last reading I did, before you said that, that I had told, as part of my reading, that your mom really does want to go. And I just told you that before, even before I looked at the cards. Your mother really wants to be there. She really does. I think your mom feels like she's going to be left out in the cold and not get a chance to see her if she doesn't hurry up and get there on her own, or with your dad. But I think she's going to have to. If she really wants to go, she's going to have to take a leap of faith that she's going to be okay with herself as well. Because with everything going on, and your aunt being not unwell, of course, and people being around her and stuff like that, your mother's recovery, you don't want to risk that. With all this COVID-19 garbage, you don't want to risk her recovery either. So keep that in mind. But I think that your mom, I think she's going to get a chance to say goodbye one way or another. I think she's going to have a way. I think there's going to be a way that she gets to say goodbye to her. It may not be in person, but it may be by some electronic means like FaceTime or, you know, any other of that style video chat apps that are around and out there. I think there's a chance of that. Now, I know that your aunt is not always in the best of state of mind, but I also think that there are times where she is, and I think if at least the two of them could see each other that way face to face, then your mom would at least have that closure. So, all right, that's what I see, Selena. I have hope. I have hope that your mom is going to be able to make it there. I really do. I'm not positive that it's going to work. But I think there's other ways that she can do it. And that's what makes me say, will she get a chance to say goodbye? Yeah, I think there's going to be a way that she gets a chance to say goodbye. So, all right. I feel bad about that. I really do. I feel horrible. It's such a sad situation. I know we've been talking about it for a little while and stuff. And your aunt's a trooper, I'll tell you. She's really hanging in there. Here's the hope that you need. All right, so Vic, what's going on for your week in general? Your week in general is really starting off with something new, right? You've got that new feeling coming in, that whole new... Yeah, you're ready to plant the seed for something new to grow. And, you know, and I think that has to do with W. All right? I think there's a lot of hope there. I think there's a lot of faith that things are working out and things are getting really good. I see movement, right? I see where you go somewhere, or you're going somewhere, or someone's coming to you from a bit of a distance. All right. And I think you get the high priestess a lot because you have a lot of intuition. You have that mental understanding. You have that gut feeling. You have all of the stuff there that tells you that things are, you know, how things really are. And, you know, I think that's a big deal, right? I think that helps you when you need to know what's going on in life. So, yeah, that's what I see with the High Priestess. Page of Cups tells me, you know, that you're not real happy with change, and that's why things are good right now, because things are staying the same. Things are very stable. You just want things to be how they are. You want to be able to, you know, just spend your time doing some daydreaming. Let your head be in the clouds a little bit and take your time on things. But don't let things change. Don't let things change, right? So that's what I see for you, Vic. That's what I'm getting. Okay? Thank you so much. Hey guys, don't forget, please hit like on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, just hit the thumbs up there for me. I appreciate it. I just noticed lately that I haven't got too many of those for some strange reason. Now maybe my readings just aren't good, or you guys don't think that I'm doing well anymore. But if you do, I really could use that. Those likes. So, Kim Ashton says, "Hi, sir. You don't have to call me sir. I am not that important. Believe me." You overheard your boyfriend. Wait a second. Are you friends with Oh, who was it that did the question before? That was like this. Kylie Cortez, you overheard your boyfriend talking. Are you friends with her? You guys overhear your boyfriends, and now you want to know if they're telling the truth. You heard your boyfriend talking about rings, and I don't want to just jump to the conclusion that he's going to ask me to marry him. So my question is he getting an engagement ring or a promise ring for you? All right. Is it an engagement ring? Is it a promise ring? What was he really talking about? Let's see. All right. Let's see what we get. All right. All right, good. What kind of ring is he going to get? Ooh, well, interesting. All right. So I think he's been taking his time to think about this for a while. I think this has been something that he's been thinking about a bit while he's, on his own. I really do. All right, the hermit says he's been spending time alone with his thoughts and, feeling like he's been searching for an answer, right? But he's been doing it on his own. He's really been searching for that answer. And I think that's kind of made him a little bit distant from you. Just a little bit. Not much. Just a little. Just enough to, to barely notice it even. But enough that because he's been preoccupied with it. I think he's decided, okay, that's it. I've had enough of all this thinking about it, right? It's just too much for me. I'm getting frustrated. It's too much. I see happiness and joy, of course, because I have the sun. And I see, just the happiness, the amount of happiness coming out of this card right now is amazing. It's an amazing amount of happiness. And then I see this wonderful family. And I think to myself, he wants the whole family. He doesn't want just a promise. So that's my answer for you, Kim Ashton. And you don't have to call me sir. Breakthrough Girl, what's Jay's energy towards you currently? His current energy. Oh gosh. Hey Yolo. What's happening? And Sailor Moon. Who else is down here? Hey CM. How are you? I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're starting to feel a little bit better. Yvonne says, my reading was perfect, thank you. Hope it comes true with a move to a new home. I hope it does too for you. I hope, I just want you to have what you want. That's right. That's the way it is. My goal here with this show is nothing more than just to help people. Just to give guidance and help people. Not that anything that I say is 100% right. We know that. We already know that for sure. My answers are not always 100% right. But that's my goal. My goal is to at least try to help some people, some way, somehow. All right. What's Jay's current energy towards you? How close are you and Jay? Because I see something ending. I see it here. I see it here. I see something, somebody leaving and walking away. I see something new starting, something completely new starting, and I see somebody walking away and not coming back. And that's causing one of you to have to be very, very strong inside. So I'm not exactly sure how that plays into things. I don't know how that really plays into the relationship, right? But that's what I'm seeing. I see where there's something that's ending and somebody's not coming back, and it's going to take a lot of strength to get through it. I think, I see where someone needs to be extremely brave right now. They're going to have to be like a warrior type of thing, right? And I see somebody being alone, in isolation. Isolated. So what's Jay's current energy towards you? I don't think it's good. Breakthrough girl. I don't think it's great. Just from what I'm seeing. And again, this is just what I'm seeing here. I could be completely wrong. I certainly was yesterday with Alan. And I could be completely wrong with yours too. Remember, the one thing everybody always has to remember is all these readings are only for entertainment purposes. It's for entertainment purposes only. I say that all the time because it's true. I am just a guy on the internet reading cards and giving you my interpretation of them, what I'm feeling about them, and how I feel about them. I've said it 1,000,000 times to people that no matter if I put the same 5 cards out there and had 50 tarot readers come in this room, in the studio here with me, and all read the same 5 cards, you would get 50 different readings, because everybody interprets them differently. Everybody interprets every single card differently. I see that in other people's shows. When I watch other shows, when I moderate other people's shows, I see them interpreting things different, and there's no way that I would ever say, hey, that's not what that means, because you know what, to them it does mean that. To them it does mean something different. So could I be completely wrong about that, Breakthrough Girl? Absolutely I could. I could be completely wrong. And again, these are only cards. They're just, they're only cards. They're picked at random while I think about your question in my head. Does that influence what cards come out? I don't know. You tell me. That's what you guys would have to figure that out. Right? So, YOLO YOLO. I have not seen you in a while, and I'm glad you're here. It's good to have you. You'd like to know what your angels want to tell you about your life partner. All right. I think they're trying to tell you that this person is not in a hurry to do things. They're not in this huge hurry to make, not to make a commitment, but to make like a marriage commitment. They're not in a hurry to get married. But I do see, and I don't want you to think, oh, that's a terrible reading too. Geez, he's giving terrible people terrible news and stuff like that. Gee. That's not all bad. I don't see all bad. I'm saying it's just slow. It's very calculated. He has to make sure it's exactly right. Everything's got to be the exact right time and the exact right moment, and things have to be exactly correct. I think your life partner has to have everything exactly correct to make sure that that person gets the timing exactly right. Now, I think this person, is very innocent, right? They feel like there's innocence with them. They feel like there's like a new adventure, like there's that fresh start, right? Where you're taking that leap of faith. It's time to let go of the rope, take the leap of faith, right? There's all kinds of new emotions that are going on between you and this person. Absolutely. I think, I really think so. I think there's a lot of new emotions that are going on all the time. And that's good. I mean, just because it's slow doesn't mean it's not going anywhere. It doesn't mean it's not stopped. I didn't say it's stopped. I just said it's moving slowly. And I think a lot of those new emotions are because it is moving. It is heading in the right direction. It's heading that way, which is your future. Keep that in mind. Now, the Eight of Cups does show me somebody walking away from something. I don't see in this reading. I don't think it's walking away from one person or the other. I just think it's walking away from something. Somebody's going to give up something for the other one, for the other person. And that's good. I mean, it's going to turn out to be a good thing. Because then there's the success in the relationship with the Queen of Wands. There is a lot of charm, but a lot of power in the relationship. And I really think that's going to be that's what it boils down to, right? Mm-hmm. I do. I think that's what it boils down to. So that's what I think the message is about your life partner. That's what I think. That's what I'm getting. All right, yellow. Mary, it's good to see you. Kylie Cortez says to me, "Thank you, Night Reader. This reading makes me feel better. We did meet here in my town. And yes, he doesn't feel he can save where he is because the cost of living is so much. I'm so glad." That's good. That's good news to hear, Kylie. I really hope things work out for you guys the way that you want them to. I truly do think that they will. Hey, Miss Chris. Kayla, I kind of knew you were here all along. I could just tell. I could just feel it. I said, oh, the awakened one must be here. Lisa Farrell, what are you telling me? That's your son. I know. I read that as the caption and I didn't really believe it. I have to tell you. I still think it's like your little brother because the two of you look like you're maybe a few years apart. But you say it's your son, and I'll go along with it. I'll go along with the charade. It's your son. Nah, he's a cute little boy, I'll tell you. He's a cute boy. It's a very nice looking family you guys have there. That's for sure. That's nice. I'm very glad that you're so proud of your family, which is so nice. It's so nice these days when people are proud of their families. That's important, right? Yeah. Some of us know that. Some of us know that really well. Some people don't know that, unfortunately. What's the good news in August? Mary, I think things in the beginning of August start off a little cold, right? Again, we go with that whole cold idea because you've got the Snow Queen. You can see her here in the snow, snowy trees. She's got the heavy, heavy coat on. It's winter time, and she's out there in the cold because she is the Snow Queen. She is the Ice Queen. Not like an ice cream cone. She's like the wicked witch woman from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Yeah, that's her. If you've ever seen the movie from the Chronicles of Narnia, that's her. Or read the book. But I think things are going to get better. I think things are going to be happy. I think you'll feel better about life. You know, I think this cold streak will snap real quick. And because I think it's because you have so many people back here supporting you. You have so much backup that you feel like, you know what, I can't really go wrong. I'm friendly. I'm loving. I'm charming. I'm successful. I can be all these wonderful things to someone for things going on, for anything that happens in the month of August. You can be all those things, right? I think I think you're going to be helping advise people and counsel people, teach them a little bit. I think you'll help teach or, train someone to do something. If it's a work situation, something to that effect. I think you are that person that they're looking towards. I just feel like sometimes you need a little extra help with what direction to go, right? You need to know exactly which direction you should go, and sometimes you need somebody to tell you that. I think you just have to choose which path you want to go down and find your happiness at the end of that path. But I think you have a lot of support to help you decide which direction to head. All right? So that's what I see for you, Mary. Thank you so much for being here. It's nice to have you. Sailor Moon, how are you? Good to see you. What happened with me and Cancer in our past life? Oh, what happened in your past life? Ew. All right, I got Rachel next, and then I have Suzanne. Riley is going to end up being my last reading. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do Rachel, and then Suzanne will be my last reading for the night. If you guys did not get readings, there's ways to do this. If you want to get bumped up, there's always the donation technique. You donate, you get your question answered, guaranteed as quickly as possible. That's the best way to guarantee you're going to get your question answered. Just make a donation. It can be any amount. It can be $1. That's fine. $1's good. Every dollar adds up, believe me. When I get the bills every month for all this online stuff that I have to do, every dollar adds up, believe me. So, what happened with you guys in the past? Well, I think in the past, you and the Cancer person were, I think you guys were very structured. I think you felt very happy together. You had that security, but I think the other person, the Cancer person, was a bit of an authoritarian. I think they were a bit overbearing. But I do see where you were a good team, where you used to be a good team and you were happy together, right? There was a lot of happiness with this teamwork. And even though this person was a bit overbearing, it was okay because you didn't mind. You were happy about it. You were still happy because they were taking care of you in the past. I think you were very dependable at that time. In that lifetime, they knew they could depend on you. So yes, if they got overbearing, it was because they knew that you would still be there. You would be dependable. You would be, able to take it, and you would be around no matter what. You were going to always be there. And then all of a sudden something happened, and one of you went away. And when this says death and rebirth, I really think it means it this time. I really think it means death and then rebirth. I think one of you passed away before the other one and made the one that was still here a bit, quite a bit heartbroken. And then you went on and you moved on. Your spirit moved on, right? That's what I think, Sailor Moon. That's what I think happened in the past. All right, Rachel Farrell. Can you have a reading? Yes, a general reading you can. All right. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what, there. We'll use that one. It kind of stood out to me for some reason. Oh, well, that's why. It's the Page of Swords. All right, Rachel, what's going on? What is going on? I think things are going according to plan. I think things are going according to your plan, Cousin Rachel. Everything that you've been working on is coming along very nicely. It's moving forward very nicely. I think, you feel you're very smart, you're very disciplined, and everything's going to the plan that you want it to, that you've set up. I think you're kind of wanting to show everyone exactly how successful things are going and how successful you are. I think you want them all to know how happy you are. And, and that's a good thing. That's not bad. There's nothing wrong with that. I think, again, you have to be, both the King and the Page of Swords go along with the word smart. Smart is a good word for the two of them. And, it just tells me, that's you've made very smart decisions to get to where you wanted to be, right? You've had to be decisive. You've had to be, you've had to think on your toes, kind of thing. The only thing I see is that it has caused a little bit of sadness for you. There has been some sadness going on, in the back of your mind. Maybe just a little bit of sadness, thinking that things are not exactly, they're going to plan, and they're things are going good, and you're showing everybody how great they are and stuff. But there's something in the back of your mind that isn't exactly the way you wanted it to be, and only you know it. Only you're the only one who knows that it's not exactly right. And it's not exactly the way it was planned, but nobody else knows. So that's why it's in your subconscious. That's why it's in the back of your mind. Otherwise, I see good stuff. I see good things that are going on. I think you've just worked on things quite a bit, and now they're, making your life better. All right, Suzanne, you get the last reading tonight. This is it, the big finale, the last reading. All right. Yeah, YOLO, thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your questions. Oh, Carrie Ann, you got invited by Kathleen, and I didn't get to either of you. Oh, you two. I'm so sorry. All I can do is ask you to please come back tomorrow night. 6 o'clock Eastern time. Glasgow time, I believe, is probably 11 o'clock start, if it's like midnight now over there in Glasgow. I know it is in Ireland. I know it is in England. I'm thinking Scotland's got to be pretty close, right? It must be close. So come back tomorrow night. Get here early. Put your questions up for me, and I will get to them. I will try to get to them right away, because I really do want to get to your questions, Kathleen, and Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann. I do. I really want to get to your, and I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's only an hour show, and I am absolutely exhausted today. It's been a crazy weekend, I'll tell you that. I can tell you that. All right, what's going on about your love life, Suzanne? Oh, Suzanne, I think you are really good at, communicating what you want. I think you're good at telling people exactly what you want. Again, you're smart. You have the communication skills. You can be that adventurer. You can be that rough and rugged person if you needed to be. I just think that you still have issues with the last person that was in your life. I still think it's there. I think there's still that little bit of conflict in your head that says, hey, I'm still here. I'm still here. Look at him. Yeah, look at her. She's still there. She's still in the back. She's still in the background. And it's giving you headaches. It's giving you a problem where you just can't get it out of your head, and you're trying. But you got this little birdie in your ear. Keeps whispering, hey, look back behind you. They're still there. She's still there. The Queen of Wands tells me that, you have a powerful charm to you. You're very friendly. You're very loving. And the right person is going to see that. They are absolutely going to see that. I think there's going to be that little bit of mystery, right? That little bit of mystique. But that's cool. That's a cool thing, right? In a relationship. That's all right. So I think that's going to be there. And again, I think you will have and do have that, that inner peace, that happiness inside you, that's going to go a long way when you're looking for the right person. All right, Suzanne, that's what I see. So I do appreciate everyone being here tonight. Again, Kathleen and Carrie Ann, you guys, I know you're new, and I really want to hear your questions. I have your questions. I see them. I just don't have all the time in the world. CM, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry you're still feeling down. We got to find a way to make you feel better. That's for sure. Kim Ashton, yeah, he does want it all as much as I do, and that makes me love him even more. That's so sweet. That is very sweet. Yeah, if you guys are able to come back tomorrow night, I gladly will be able to do your readings. Just try. I know it's tough. Try to get here a little earlier. If you can, I come on at 11 o'clock your time. I'm on at 11 o'clock in Scotland time then. All right. Lily, I didn't get to you either. I'm sorry. Bunchy is Lorraine Wynn. Hey. Nope. I am so sorry that I didn't get to you guys. But the other way is, don't forget, if you want a guaranteed reading, you just make a little donation. You can donate through PayPal by scanning that. You can make a donation through Square by scanning that. Or you can go to the website or PayPal and make a donation that way. I also do real deep dive private sessions. I do some really deep private sessions. $30 for 30 minutes or $50 for an hour. And I'll tell you, I've done many of them, and we do a lot of questions, and we get to talk back and forth to each other, which is great, because while I'm doing the reading, you can ask questions, and that's important, and that makes it so much better. And then when it's over, I send you a copy of the recording of it, so you get to keep it like a souvenir. Kathleen says, we will be happy to come back tomorrow night. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. That's really important to me, and I appreciate your doing that. So yeah, we'll be here again tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock England, Ireland, and Scotland time. All right, 12 o'clock in South Africa. 3:30 a.m. in New Delhi, India. And 8 o'clock in the morning in Australia. How about that? So if you're in any of those places, that's what time I come on. All right, I hope you guys all have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye.